Are live, and it appears that I got the system up and running correctly. Wow, I'm so happy I got this thing running right now. Let me see if I'm doing everything correctly. Unbelievable, it can't be right. But anyway, today was a great day, everybody. Hi, it's Austin. Wow, everybody doing? Austin here. I'm an authorized agent with Greenway Save Insurance. We got the cameraman back there. Hey, if you've seen our upload from yesterday, you'll see that it's a totally different type of broadcast when you pre-record and you got somebody actually working the controls, doing all the little things that you need to be done while you're doing your little broadcast. But you can see that video from yesterday and see it's totally different from what you're seeing today. So my goal is to try to get us to the point of what you seen yesterday on the pre-record. No, wrong camera. I don't get it. No. Is this? It's the same camera. Nah. That's this one. It's just at the. The focus is just a tad bit off. So that's what I don't like about it. You got to get up close on it to control your focus. And then when you sit down, you be like, oh, it ain't correct. So I don't even know what to say about the focus on this other camera. But anyway, if the cameraman would you please zoom out and see. Let me see if I can do some of the stuff I was doing yesterday before we really get this thing started. Alright, bam, okay, that's my direct number right there. I know this number is not going to change like they do sometimes with the 1-800 number that they use. This number is not going to change. This is the number to Invention Designs and Concepts, which is my personal number, and you can catch me just about any time. I do answer my telephone. So that number you see on the screen will always be the same. Yeah, that number right here. They say the number's no good anymore. I'm like, wow, why y'all keep on changing the dang on numbers? But that's one of the numbers that we're not calling anymore. The number you see right here. There you go. Look at the big picture. The big guy in the big picture. Look at that number right here. Anyway, you know how it works. Let me see what we got here on this picture. I'll catch the Greenway. We're finna change that logo too. Yeah, we're gonna change that. Alright, let's talk about our day today. Wow, we had a great day today. We went down into the neighborhood of what you want to call it? You can call it Jenny's. Yeah, Jenny. Yeah, we was in the neighborhood of Jenny's today, and being in the neighborhood of Jenny's reminds me of why when we was kids we just didn't go in certain counties, because it seemed like they was seemed like the police was more in tune to just want to give you tickets versus you constantly coming out to their county, spending money and enjoying yourself, and building their county up. They attacked all the drivers by passing out as many tickets as they possibly could, and now all of their counties are feeling the effects of it, because they did a report on how the counties were treating the people that was driving through, and they found out they were using the system to basically just pay their bills. If you rode through their county, you basically had a ticket coming. If they can catch you or get through with that particular ticket fast enough. So you was lucky if you drove through their county and they had somebody over there just robbing them with paper. Robbing them with paperwork. Oh my goodness, it's a terrible thing though to watch somebody to do those type of things to each other. But they'd be ready to rob you with paperwork. They would take your money and have you come to court, and the police really don't have to do anything, because regardless if you did it or not, they gonna get a court fine out you. So that was one of their little kicks they used to do back in the day. So let's check. I went through their neighborhood today. Let me see if I can get you a picture up on the screen, because you know, you can't work. You can't work and do this at the same time because you got to actually be out there talking to the people. So you need somebody to come back and do this. You know, all of the prep and setting and everything for the next day. So these are the videos that I had, the pictures that I had took today. But I don't think they let you do this type of just crop and print. But you got to pop them up one at a time. So while I'm small talking to you, I will be popping up pictures of some of the places that we have visited. I cannot see these icons. Larger, thank you. Wow, them suckers still look small. Extra large. Okay, now we can see. Alright, okay. I'm gonna put the intersection up right quick. This is the intersection. Alright, this is the intersection that we was at. Do I have any cameras so you can actually see Mr. Austin while you're talking? Hang on, that's not it. That's not it. Let's go further down. Gotta start removing some of these things. So it's a fine time to start removing pictures, huh? I'm trying to find my... This ain't gonna be hard. Getting them off is not hard at all. Alright, now let me go ahead and add this video camera right quick. But alright, there we are. Alright, okay, because I want to, while I'm showing you these pictures, you can just go along with me. So because most of us know these neighborhoods if you're from this area. Now, if you're a visitor or a tourist in St. Louis, you'll love this information that I'm finna pass out to you. Alright, this is like one of those intersections of the part of the city that when back in the olden days, let's say the olden days to me is 80, 89, 90, 85, 84, around them days when you used to ride through these intersections you see in this picture. You see in this picture up here, we used to ride through these intersections way back in the days. That's Jenny Station Road and West Florissant. And the police used to give you tickets, so we just stay out these neighborhoods. We just either stayed on the highway and went somewhere else and spent our money, or we just didn't go out that way because it was just too much of a headache to deal with police that didn't want to hear it. And regardless of what happened, you're getting a ticket before you leave this spot type of attitude. Unless your parents were somebody and the police was scared of them because you know that it was in fear that your parents will, call down there and really let them have it, because some of them parents back in the days, in the 80s and 90s, you just couldn't pull an okie doke and get away with it. You just couldn't pull one of those. So, and another thing about this particular area, if you look directly in the middle of this photograph, I thought we was pointing to the opposite of ourselves. Okay, the opposite. Okay, if you look at that intersection, for some reason this area is not making a lot of money like it used to, because like I say, the past police attitudes towards the people that came through the area, and also that the barbershops, it's like eight or nine barbershops, and out of all of those barbershops, a lot of them don't have health care, or I ain't making no money. All right, I can see why you ain't making no money, because all of y'all out here are going in like 5 different directions instead of going in one direction. Instead of just giving y'all a little area that you see up in this photograph, instead of them giving this little area, it's like 5 barbershops, 6 barbershops, and salons, if you count the nail techs, anything that deal with beauty. They're not putting their money together to advertise as one area. Everybody's individual. So that's why they're having problems with that little area. I mean, they can get it back up. They can call it the Midwest Barber Capital, Central Barber Neighborhood of the area, whatever you want. You can name it about whatever you want to, but anyway, they can advertise and get the word out. But the way they doing it now is kind of hurting their system. So that's what I recommend for everybody who living in that area. You watch the videos later on. That's what I recommend you do. All right, let's get that picture down. Oh, not that guy. This picture. All right. Now I gotta move the video camera down. Boom, perfect. Alright, then you add, and it's just that easy. You really can't see what my hands doing. Alright, let's talk about the some of the places we've been in, cause you know, like I said, you know, I didn't go in a lot of these places when I was a kid coming up because the police kept bothering us to the point that you didn't want to go out in that part of the city. Alright. Okay, let's see this picture. Okay, this is a picture of a place that I went to today. The people there was nice. This is on that Florissant and that Florissant area. Look, you see the little you can see our posters right in the middle. You can see our Greenway flyers. And if you look right to the side of you, will see a Bernie Sanders picture. Feel the burn. Do you see it? Ha! Yep, they gotta feel the burn. Hey, cameraman, we're gonna have to have some fun with you today because you seem like you still doing what you was doing yesterday. You just zooming where you want to zoom, bagging out where you want to bag out. So we're gonna throw some of these sound effects to make it more. Hey, what's wrong with this guy's camera? You can laugh along with me because it'd be funny though. If you watch yesterday's broadcast, you'll say, hell, that was pretty funny. I'm gonna watch the next one. So when you hear the laughing and the clapping in the background, it makes it more fun for you and also me because it makes me laugh when I be cracking jokes too. So we want to let this program wire up. While we doing that, we're going to talk about this place here. Y'all can say, you see the Feel the Burn little logo. I'm like, I was shocked to see that in my community here. I said, they're getting up on it because if you don't want that chip next year, you're not going to have too much of a choice of who you want to vote for as a president. You know, and a lot of people, you go in these stores and they like, yeah, who wanted one of those medical chips? So nobody really wants one. Okay, this is another place we've been to today. It looks like the same picture twice. Nope, it's just that you're not picking up the right logo. Got it? Had it? Now I got it. Okay, this is another one of the places I've been to today. And they let me put flyers up. And for all y'all who don't know who all this is, if you've never been to St. Louis, they have a place called Goody Goody. Yeah. Natural Bridge and Goodfellow. It's on Natural Bridge, but it's in that area, Natural Bridge and Goodfellow. This was Goody's Goody. This was Goody, the opposite. Yeah, this was Goody's Goodies poster banner, and it was like, you know, some things you be wanting to pull your camera out and record, but some things are personal, you just don't need to. But when I got on a lot, it was some people going at it, and they didn't sound happy. And it went on for a nice little minute. I said, I should pull my camera out. I bet if I pull my camera out, they stop cussing each other out and calling each other names and not turning. It was like a Housewives things or a Atlanta basketball rapper star thing, you know. It was something like that. So they going off, and a chick came into the store, Goody Goody, and asked for a table and told her sister, you need to beat it, sister, because nobody's here with a bad attitude because they're jealous. Or, I mean, everybody that walked into the facility needs to not eat there. And that's why I want to get this health thing going on with this city. Ooh, so bad, because there was a lot of my people that was coming up and they eat that looked like they needed to go walking, not sitting in the restaurant eating bacon and greasy grits and salty eggs. You know, everybody in there. I mean, like, man, some of y'all need to think about y'all health. And I know the people that work there don't care because they're getting your money. But hey, and then I couldn't even talk to nobody in Goody Goody because it was kind of crowded and they kind of fast paced up. And I'm like, and sometimes you just gotta wait until they slow all the way down, because even the people that worked there didn't know what type of insurance they was actually getting, but they thought and knew that they had insurance. So I just left a few flyers on the wall and talked to the guy who was reception. Just had to leave up out of there because to see everybody in the room obese slopping at a table is not a good sight for us, y'all. It's not a good sight, and you wonder why we got a lot of diabetes in our people history, because we stick in our faces. You know, I met a man yesterday who was skinnier than me that said he had diabetes. And I'm like, whoa, that's not a good thing. Because I consider myself being slim and fit. And I don't want to get diabetes just because I'm eating, you know, this manufactured food. I exercise. You see my little weights. You see my little weights over here and everything. A brother will get in here in the morning. You know what I mean? And get on these weights and pump them up. You hear me? I will pump them up. Yeah, because I know you got to take care of your body out here in order to stay here for a long time. If you want to be here for a long time, you got to exercise. You got to take care of yourself. And if you add goodies, you'll see our flyers sitting. Hey, cameraman. See, that's why we need somebody to work the camera and everything. Cameraman tripping. All right. And I can't wait to get a chance to sit down and show y'all how I work out on this exercise thing. You know, the one Chuck Norris was working on. You have to put your feet in there, you squeeze out, you pull yourself, and that actually worked. Because I'm gonna show you a before picture and after picture how I look before I got on this exercise thing and doing my sheet popping. Because that's something I do for like 10 minutes sometimes a day. I'll sit up there, my arms be hurting. And then the back muscles getting all big and stomach getting all six packed up. I'm like, yeah, that's how we supposed to look, fighting. Alright, yeah. Let me show you this other picture of this one particular place that I found out when I was talking to the guy there, that once upon a time it used to be a movie theater. And when I walked in and walked up the steps, the first thing I said was, hey, is this place for sale? Because I'm going to turn this into a nightclub. Because when you walk in, they had this little railing you walk up, like the movie theater railing, and they had like it looked like a camera booth, but the office was sitting up in there. He told me, yeah, this used to be a once upon a time it used to be, there it is right here. It used to be a movie theater. If you don't know this building, and if you like I mean, we should just, I mean, it's some money in this, but you gotta like do tours. Okay, now this first picture is this a picture the opposite. This is the picture sitting all the way over there in the corner. You see, it's the Access Automotives. That's if you ever on in the Florissant Goodfellow area, not Florissant, Florissant Goodfellow, all the way down to West Florissant Goodfellow, West Florissant and Lucas and Genie Station Road. That's the name of the street. If you're in that area, you will see this. You'll see this particular auto repair shop. If you see the little sign right there, you'll see this particular auto repair shop. It says Access Automotive. You can't make it no bigger than it is. So let me move it over this way a little bit. All right, just walk in the front door, and then you'll see. It's like you feel. I mean, I walked in the front door. It felt like I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be. Because when you walk in, they got like 4 steps, some rails, and 2 glass windows, and then the bay where everybody working there. The guy there, the mechanic there, the head mechanic said it used to be a movie theater a long time ago, and they turned it into a automotive place. He said he can sell a building since it's a historical landmark for about $1 million. I was like, wow. But to do what? Turn it back to a theater? Nah. Okay, anyway, it was a great place if you ever in that area. Like I said, it's on West Florissant, right before going west on West Florissant, right before you get to Genie Station Road. If you go down that street, you should be able to see it. And get out your car and go up in there and look at the place. If you can't take a picture, it is remarkable. You can walk in there and tell that once upon a time, people used to come through this door and watch movies. It was awesome. I enjoyed talking to the guy. It was an awesome place. And if you ever in the area, go by and check it out. It's great. And let's put up another picture of a place that I was visiting in that area today. Same area on that West Florissant side. This particular place, okay, we got that one. That it? Okay. I think these 29, no 27. So I only took one picture. I thought I took more than one picture. I gotta watch it when I'm pushing my little photo button that I do snap my photos, because I'll be like snap and keep going. So that's why this particular place here. Oh yeah, barbecue joint. Oh man, and if you live in St. Louis, you know why some of these barbecue joints charge you $11 for a plate of barbecue. Look who's been through this particular door of this establishment. Look at all of the people who done been through this door. You see Steve Harvey right there, y'all? Y'all see Steve Harvey? Even Steve Harvey been here to eat. Let me get access out the way. Hang on. There you go. Look, even Steve Harvey been here. And they got a lot of pictures. And they gave me a menu, but believe it or not, it's down in the truck. I'm sorry. Maybe next time I'll have it with me and then we can go over it. But they had a lot of different movie stars when they come to St. Louis. They stopped on Florissant and Jenny Station Road at this barbecue joint. The lady there is fantastic and everything. They gave me a menu. The prices are worth it because the portions are great. They got rib tips and all that. So if you want a barbecue joint, you coming through St. Louis, when you walk in the door, you know you're there. So next time we're gonna get a little bit more into either snapping pictures correctly, because when you walk in with camera strapped on you, people get a little nervous. So I don't intend to do that, but I'm gonna start doubling back with my 55mm and just go ahead and start popping off some camera pictures. And if I'm talking to the store owner, I'll just go ahead and do an interview with them live right there in the store. That way that I can come back and I can put the video up for everybody to enjoy and hear the word from the person's mouth. Because once they realize this is a video show on YouTube and it's getting bigger and bigger, you'll see what we're talking about. But the joint bell barbecue, mwah, that's what happens when you marinate your meat. You kind of like marinate it to almost pickle your meat, and then you barbecue it and smoke it. It's a difference, because some people, they take the meat out the wrapper, rinse it off, season it up, throw it right on the grill, and then you see them with toothpicks and tree limbs trying to get that meat get that meat out their teeth. Well, hey, we're not getting our laughter in here. Hang on, because that was funny. Okay, hang on. It's asking me to do something. You heard the little dink? No, that means I got another program open up over this program, and you can see. Okay, no, we're going to cheat today. We're going to I don't know if this is going to work or not. So we're going to try it. Okay. Let's try it. Let me see how small you can make it, my friend. Okay, that's pretty small. Let's put it all the way over here. How small can you make? Oh, in the wrong window. Bear with me, because if this works today, this is going to be my little thing I'm going to have to start doing. Right. I don't think it's going to work like this, folks. No, it ain't going to work. Let me open back up. Bigger. Boom. Okay. Wow. That's really over there. Give me a minute, y'all. Give me a minute. See, that's why I need somebody to do this for me. Wow. Alright. I think I'm on something. Hey, I can do 2 monitors. It'll never get me wrong. I can do 2 monitors. Alright, let's see if this gonna work. Okay, I'm single, but I'm gonna do this little knock-knock joke. My wife is so big. See, you're supposed to say, how big is she? I say, she's so big that I love every ton of her. I don't know, that ain't even a joke. Hey, it's kind of short, ain't it? It's kind of late, but we're going to see if we can do this and try it again. Hey, Caramel, you like that? Yeah, I see you like that. Okay, now that's kind of working a little bit. Now, that's kind of like mean the way I got this set up, because, you know, it's not supposed to look like this. I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to look like this anyway, but this is what you got to do to make it work. This, or buy another piece. So we just going to try like this so we can get over. So if I can have everything set up, you dig, and we can do it like this, and I crack a joke and say, I had a great time today, you're going to have a great time too. Alright, hope this works, okay? All right, now let's finish going through our day-to-day fast now flyers, trying to help people save like with life insurance. Like I said, this is a great barbecue joint. I'm gonna start adding more things to this because an hour I can talk for an hour. I can do a 30-minute like John Stewart if you really give me the support. But believe it or not, if I go back and show you some of my old-fashioned business proposals and stuff and job creation platforms from way back in the days, if I go back and show you some of those, I can actually show you that I had programs like that for building a studio that you can roller skate in, dance in, and shoot small videos and commercials for sitcoms. Serious talk. And we try to build this, but since we was having a hard time raising the money, we invited this one particular church to come jump in with us. And I met this guy again. He ended up going to my cousin's church over here off by White Castles off Florissant and North Florissant, no, West Florissant and 21st over that way. Now anyway, my cousin had a church over there, and I ended up meeting this old guy because I told him a long time ago, told my cousin a long time ago, I wrote a proposal and I was trying to get, I think I was trying to get 10 people to come to this meeting. They all had to put up either $5,000 or $2,500. That was too easy. Everybody had money at the time. That was no problem. But what they did was one ear and out the other, and they all broke the date. But the one particular religious guy, the pastor, forgot his name, he was going to my cousin's church, and I told my cousin, you know, some people don't believe the stories when you're just making this stuff up. And I had that particular guy standing right there, and I say, look, remember me when we was trying to get that nightclub going? I was trying to get the churches, and I gave the proposal, and he took the proposal to the church across the street. The name of the building was called Hubbard and Hubbard Construction. They only wanted $125,000 for it. This before the state jacked my credit up and said you owe for child support. So that's why Northside St. Louis still jacked up. That's why there's no jobs over there like it need to be, because these people, you get paid to make mistakes. You ain't gonna say nothing. You're gonna keep making mistakes as long as you keep on getting your check. So that's how your government is pronounced and presented to you. So this particular church had got a copy of the pastors that I had met at my, I told my cousin about. He took it to another church, and they had more money than he did and more money than I did. So you know what happened? The church didn't call nobody in the business plan. They redid it, put their name on it, when they got the business loan, and they built up everything. If you ever see this building, it's called the Friendly Temple on Dr. Martin Luther King. I wrote the business plan to that place, and when you go up there and try to talk to them people, they act like they got something stuck clean up there. Cameraman, don't be getting mad because I'm talking about you. Come back down here. Yeah, like I was saying, them people will not listen to you because they stuck. You hear me? They stuck in whatever it is they stuck in. They don't want to listen. But I wrote the plan to the Friendly Temple building you see on Dr. King, right here in the city of St. Louis. At Cora and Dr. King, I think that's the name of it. Or is it College? One of them streets, Cora, College, and Dr. Martin Luther King, Friendly Temple. I wrote that plan. Because, like I say, the building is supposed to be a place that makes money to create jobs. But this is way back in 83, 84, 83. No, 93, 94, around in that area. Around that era. Yeah, 93, 94, but they didn't want to come to the table. Nobody. All those people we gave proposals to and information of where the hotel was, and none of them showed up. So I guess if they didn't see it on TV and it wasn't the programs or radio, hey, they wasn't listening. So, and they see me today like, Ty, man, Ty. I said, hey, man, I ain't got nothing for you, dog. You didn't listen in. What makes you think you're going to listen now? It's a difference between people that like to make money and people just giving you money because, you know, who you are. So they are having money problems or in jail, and, you know, they didn't get nothing out of it. So let's go to our other picture for today. I hope you got something about those stories, okay? Because those stories are like, you know, they be popping up in my head, and I just got to tell them to you. Everybody let's add another picture. Now we're going back in that area, or on that Florissant area, and let me show you a picture of a location. Now this is what gets me. Now, by me being an authorized agent, and I'm told that I am to report to the IRS when I see fraudulent and, you know, illegal stuff being done, and some of the stuff that I be saying done, you don't want to get a person fired or lose their job, but do I even have that picture? I know I got that picture because that's the picture I took as I was walking back across the street. I could have sworn I seen it on the... I apologize, y'all. I don't even got that particular place picture even on my listing anymore. Nope. I got something else. So anyway, let me show you around about. We got that picture up here already. Let's put it back up. Oh, hang on. They tell me to pop this down. Alright, you gotta work with me because you know I'm trying to make this thing work, eh? Gotta work with me. That's not it. That's not it. That's it. Okay, you go up to the top. Wow, I didn't know you can do that. That's a lot better when you can do it like that. Huh? Faster too. A lot faster. Okay, I didn't know you can do it like that. At this intersection, okay, Jeannie's and Jeannie's and Lucas and Hunt. Nope. Yeah, Jenny Station Road in West Florissant. I'm sorry. The place that they need to call Barbershop Lane or Barbershop something to give this area a better flow. If you put a banner across the street, let them know this is where all the barbershops at, because it's like 30 people that are trying to make money cutting hair in that area. It's a brand new. They got car wash. They got a new gas station. I took a picture of the place. I don't know why it's not on this flash drive, but if it is, maybe it's in another folder. So let me take another chance of showing you this picture, this location, because the people at the location, their boss is not providing them with any health care at all, and they all looking crazy, and a lot of them are full-time workers. So I'm like explaining to them, hey, if y'all need me, y'all give me a call. And I gave everybody some flyers to make sure that they try to get covered. You know, because you know how it is, out of sight, out of mind. And if I can not report how much I'm making and then file my taxes, and maybe I can get over that way, and a lot of them going to be looking really crazy this tax season, looking really upset when it comes to that money. All right. Apparently, nope, I do not have that secondary photo in my system, in which I thought I did. All right. Anyway, that particular place is brand new. I will take a picture of that location and post it back up. But I will be sending out my report to the IRS at the end of this month, probably ending this week, because I got a lot of paperwork to do. I'm gonna be asking them to make a broadcast to give these store owners an opportunity to stop cheating, because a lot of these places you go in, you know, they figure you cool and you ain't working for the man, but you work in respect of the man. So I'm supposed to report these things, like how's you paying all these people wages and nobody's getting health care? Or you got people working at your little cell phone booth and they getting paid cash under the table, but you're hurting those people. You're not hurting, you know, you're not being slick taking this money. You're just hurting yourselves when you get that cash and you don't pay taxes on it. Because, you know, at the end of the year, you get your taxes, you get to come up a little bit, help you boost, it boosts you a little bit. All right, let's talk about our quit smoking program. I know I got pictures of that. Man, I just saved all of that stuff, and then I must have saved it in the wrong place. Nope, I got the chocolate, the pictures of the chocolate. Yep, I got the pictures of the chocolate. So why the pictures of the other? No, okay. Let's open this up first. Okay. Now, as you know, we've been talking about our quit smoking campaign, and you can see this logo on the bottom of all of our flyers. You'll see it on there, and it's the quit smoking campaign. Now, if you're not familiar with our quit smoking campaign, let me tell you what it does. Okay. All right. Now, the first thing you're going to need in order to participate in our quit smoking campaign, the first thing. Hang on for a sec. The guy with autism is coming up the steps and he's making all noises. Hey, you okay, Kyle?
Yeah.
I hope so, buddy. I don't need no company right now. Just chill, go back in there and get on your computer for a little while and keep yourself busy. Okay, the first thing you're gonna need to participate in this quit smoking challenge is some dark chocolate. Okay, now what you're gonna do with this dark chocolate is you're gonna put some dark chocolate in your mouth and you're gonna let it melt. Ooh yeah. You got taste buds under your tongue and on top of your tongue. So get that chocolate swirled around up in there real good like. Now, after you put the chocolate in there, the next thing you're gonna need is some Listerine. Alright. Now, you're gonna get that chocolate all up in there, all gushy, all mushy, all thick and gooey in your tongue. You're gonna get that chocolate all up in there. And then after you do that, you're going to take the Listerine, you see it up in the picture, and you're going to put that in there and rinse your mouth out. What's up, man? My son! This is my boy here, Mr. Football, Mr. Keith Austin. Look at him, he look all down and out, don't he, everybody? Don't he look all down and out? Yeah, I'm trying to cheer his ass up, but it's hard to do, man, because he think everybody's crapping on this parade and he's going through it. But every kid goes through it. Keith, y'all okay? You ain't droopy dog no more? Wow, whoa. That's my little guy. I'm trying to keep the spirits up so you don't be out messing up because you know how some kids get one bad attitude and they go out, I'm in show, man. And then go out there and jack their whole life up. That was nasty. That fish, it smell like putrid. You know what the word putrid is? Putrid. Okay, putrid is anyway, that was amazing. Putrid is the smell of the bottom of a trash can. You ever smell a trash can? Ew, it stinks. That's putrid. It's not dead, but it's just a lot of garbage. The fish smell like that. And for all y'all who don't believe what I'm saying, we were talking about the chocolate, but we'll come back to this restaurant later on. Alright? I'm not shopping there ever again. You'll never get another dime out of my pocket. Because the fish had a smell to it. They didn't smell right. And it was $11 plate. I should have went to that barbecue joint and got me some barbecue. Anyway, because I want a falafel. Falafel, you don't want one of those, but they didn't have them. It's confusing. I think all y'all sell those things. Better watch if I get in the market. Get the scooter, the trailer, selling falafels all around this city. After the baseball game, they make them bigger too. Make them like 9 inches long. And just give them, here you go. What's this? $5. Oh, they charge $6 at the store. You know, cut it in half and feed your girlfriend with, you know, she'd be like, falafel, man. Anyway, back to the story. Dark chocolate, Listerine, and a dark chocolate Listerine. Yeah, dark chocolate Listerine. Put the chocolate in your mouth, and you have taste buds under your tongue. So get the chocolate all over, get it all gushed up, and then when you get through, get the Listerine. Don't try to eat the chocolate. Get the Listerine, put it in there, and gurgle. Alright, you gurgle Listerine, spit it out. You got your camera right there, because I want you to hashtag this, hashtag GreenWaySave, okay? And then when you record it with your camera, smoke your favorite cigarettes. And then the first thing that comes to your mind, say it out loud in front of the camera, alright? And then hashtag that GreenWaySave if you want to quit smoking. Yeah, and if you're an employer and if you want your employees to stop smoking, I suggest you have some chocolate and some Listerine at the door when they go out, and tell them you got to have a piece of chocolate and some Listerine before you go out, because you don't want your breath to be smelling and keep smelling smoke on you. Just to trick them into doing it. So give me a piece of chocolate and some Listerine and let them go out and smoke their cigarette on lunch break and watch them come back in like, that was the fastest 5-minute cigarette break I ever had. Watch. That's going to be quick. It's just a terrible taste. Disgusting taste. Oh, cameraman, what are you doing? Zoom back out. You just got top of the ball spot. Zoom back out, man. Come on. What's wrong with you? You have to give me somebody else to keep it up. Zoom back out. I like that, though. You can catch him halfway through the plane. You hear that? That was pretty awesome. All right. Now, we'll be looking at the clock. It's 6:10. We got less than 20 minutes left, and we started just about on time. We all winners. And I'm going to tell you what will tick me off if I've been broadcasting and that little banner at the top of my screen up here was still white and not red, because when it's red, it means that I'm broadcasting live, but when it's white, that means I'm not broadcasting. Alright, now, let's finish going through our day. Let me see if I can put up one of my flyers. You'll see a lot of them in the stores. And the trick is to take the flyer. If you see one flyer remaining, be nice and just snap a picture of it. That way that the next person coming in can have an opportunity to get the information that they need to help them get their health care, so they will fall out of despair with this tax thing. Now, here go that sandwich I'm telling you about, that fish and everything. This is the fish from the particular store that I ate at today, and I'm gonna tell you, it stank. I mean, maybe they thought because you know, you driving your car open, you weren't gonna smell it, but ain't no way you smelling fish and it's smelling like putrid, like it's been sitting and call it miniature microns are growing on and making that putrid smell. So I didn't. You see, I took a couple of bites and threw it to the side, but I ate up all the shrimp and most of the French fries. But hopefully I don't get sick or nothing, because if I do, I'm going back up there. But my answer to this right here is, nah, they need to be inspected, because if people eat that and get sick, they're gonna, you know how they play that crazy, I don't speak English, all of a sudden, you know what I mean? I don't understand. I don't understand. They'll play that on you all the time if they can get it off. You know what I mean? You know, and they know what they're talking about, because they doing some wrong stuff, but they still act like they can't understand. That's why when the police come in there and get them, they be like, we don't care if you can understand or not. Our rule is to lock your butt up. And you'll be down talking to the people. But nah, this particular was that Mama's Mamie's Mamie's Grill. Where the hell it is? Miami's. That's what that's supposed to be. Yeah, Miami. It's the front. That G looks like an A anyway. Miami's Grill, located on Riverview. Right at that bend. I forgot the intersection street. You know the old Church's Chicken used to be at up there on Riverview. Right before you get to Florissant. And no, I would never eat there again. That's my second time eating there. I think the first time I ate there, I think the chicken, the pieces of the chickens was so small. Like they didn't get the chicken a week to live. Like soon as the chicken came out the egg, get that baby bird across his head and defelled his ass. And cause the chicken wings are so small, so I said I'm not eating them anymore, cause $8 for 4 wings, and they're small. So you know, I like big chicken wings. If I have to, I'll go out to the farm and tackle me a chicken and snatch his wings out just to make it up. But no way, I'm not eating her again. And if you know me, I'm not going to talk to you bad or give you a bad reference. That's some trifling, disgusting fish. And they recommended it because they probably had so much of it that they were trying to get rid of it. So, the funk make you just want to spit it back in the tray. Kyle, you smell that fish? Didn't care, did you? Ate it all up when you sink that tray. Didn't ask me, can you have this? This must be for me. I'm go. They just ate it all up, man. Yeah, buddy. All right, Mr. Autism, you watch it, buddy. You're gonna mess around and eat the wrong thing one day. All right, now. Let's put the pictures of the flyers up so y'all can see the flyers with the do not smoke. Help 20,000 people stop smoking cigarettes. And my son looking at me like, hey, that's my flash drive. Yep, it got your name on it. And somebody took my orange flash drive out this particular laptop, and I can't even find it. I don't know. It was sitting in here. I have my green one over here. It's at work, and the orange will be on this side. And I come out, I'm like, whoa, where my flash drives at? So they're gone anyway. Wow. So these posters and stuff are still in the UFO, which is unidentified object form. So I can't even show you a picture of the particular flyers that I had designed, so you can actually just see what I was doing. So can't do that. I'm sorry, because you know, like I said, you gotta have all this stuff done prior to coming and broadcasting and everything. So didn't have it done. Just when I get through working, I jump right on this, and this is me doing it on the fly. But it beats me editing it while I'm doing it, because when I'm doing it, when I'm editing it takes longer for the video to render, and then when you upload to YouTube, it takes even longer to render there. All right, what we got? Less than 15 minutes left. All right, let's talk about, well, like I said, you know, the chocolate challenge. I advise you, if you ain't doing nothing, participate. Let's talk about this free energy product that I designed. I know some people say you can't get nothing out of something, but let me tell you this. Yeah, sometimes you can. All right, let's take this the chocolate, the dark chocolate. If you want to stop smoking cigarettes, put that right here so for everybody who's watching can get a look at it later on. And hey mom, did you want to stop smoking squares? This guy said if you use Listerine, dark chocolate, and dark chocolate, you can quit smoking cigarettes. Okay, let's talk about this item right here. All right, this is what I call a free energy project that I'm working on. Like, if you don't know my history, I spent 15 years as a maintenance guy. I'm a single parent. You seen my middle son Keith, and yesterday you seen Kyle. You seen Kyle, the tall, light-skinned, the tall, lanky guy by my height, with the thing. He walked past and said, "Hi, Dad." And I got a daughter, and her name is Tracy. And so, like I said, I'm a parent with 3 kids. And while I was taking care of my disabled kids, it was hard to find work. So I designed stuff like this with my free time. Can you see my other finger? Yeah, it's the on top of my picture. Yeah. So, what I did was, let me drop this down too, because I think if y'all are watching, you need to pay attention to that stop smoking thing, because a lot of us need to quit. Whether you believe me or not, a lot of us need to quit, and a lot of us, hey, do you want to stop smoking? Oh no, I don't want to stop smoking. Why would I want to do that? I'm like, wow, you're right. Why would you? All right, now this is one of the projects that I worked on when I was unemployed with my kids. This is a free energy project, and what it's designed to do is to act like a human body. All right, it breathes, it expels gases. It take a gas in, it exposes gases out, it fires the atoms, it cools the atoms, and it recycles the parts. This device does everything. It does all of that. Now let's go over the device right quick. I mean, I can't actually point to anything on the device because this particular design live video program don't allow you to use those types of devices. Wow, my battery on my phone is almost down. And this is for you. Did you have somebody call you? That's for you, ain't it? Answer, hurry up.
Hello?
That's my little cat. You kind of slow on that. That's grandma. Okay, take that. Tell her I'm at work. I got about 15 more minutes to go. Okay, back to the project. This device is designed to run your whole complete house with no power from it, with no help from the electric company. Zero. Alright, this is one of the things that I'm gonna create with the money you send in to me, because my job is to help every American save about $6,000 each a year. 6,000. So if it's, per adult. So if it's 2 adults, you're going to save double that. So with this big device, it's a free energy device. Okay, let's start at the very bottom. Okay, let's start at the very bottom down here. See that little round silver circular thing you see? That's a pinwheel. That pinwheel is connected to a home generator. This generator is big and strong enough to power a whole house. You should be able to run a dryer and a stove and an electric hot water tank, and this device should be able to pull all that current and keep it going. Okay, now you see all the blue tubes in this particular design. All the blue tubes are water lines. Okay, either steam or water is flowing through these pipes. Cameraman, get back. Cameraman, hey man, down. Oh, you got me crouching. You're gonna get fired, man. Keep it up. All right. Okay. Now back to the design of this particular product. All the blue lines are water lines. Either high pressure water is going through it, or steam and gas coming are passing through. Okay. The red boxes you see in this design, the red boxes are explosion containers. Okay. And what happens in these boxes is, like I said, a gas explodes inside the containers. And the big gray box in the middle you see in this design, you see that right in the middle part, it's a big container. That's like a storage tank. That's a fill tank that fills these little red tanks. So all the water inside that middle tank flows into these 4 tanks on the side. Cameraman, zoom out. Thank you. flows into these 4 tanks, and they're synchronized to explode the gas and water in it at a certain time. The water explodes, the red tank expand, the release valve open up, the water go down, out, and around the spindle, which turns your house generator. And it goes like that: boom, 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 boom. Now that's how that works. Now you might be asking yourself, yeah, that's cool, but I'm using natural gas to do this particular project. Would I be using natural gas from that gas company to power this device? No. See that big old tank at the very top, that big old tank? That's a high pressure turbine pump. And what it does, alright, it's a video on YouTube. I would have to show you this video, but we can do that at another time. And this tank, it's a big old, say, spindle, like a spool of thread, a spool, sitting inside of another container. And it got all of these little bitty holes all in it. And these holes are set at a certain depth and a certain size. And when the water is pumped from that blue line you see in my picture, it goes up into that big tank at the top. The water is pummeled. It's like an Indian burner inside the tank. Now I take, come here, Kyle. Come here. Come here, stick that long arm out here. Stick it out. Okay. Remember this when you was kids? Say hi, Kyle, before I burn your arm.
Hi.
Get your head over there. That's Kyle Pleasant. This is my son, first son. Alright, anyway. Cameraman, back up. Come on. You know you be tripping sometimes. We're gonna get another cameraman. You keep that up, alright? Remember that when you was kids? Watch. Remember that? Was that hot? Was that hot? Did they get hot? Yes or no?
No.
You didn't? Well, why you say ouch then?
I didn't even say that.
Autism. Sit down, Kyle. Bye. Thank you. That's my son, Kyle. Give it up for Kyle, y'all. Thank you, Kyle. Alright, anyway, that container at the top does the Indian burn thing. The big tank turns inside the little tank, it pummels the water and makes high pressure steam instantly. But we put a little twist into it. What we did with my company, Invention Designs and Concepts, which is that number I had up there earlier. Anyway, it's not up there anyway. What we do is this. We take, instead of just putting a cylinder inside of the tank can and twist it, we took each piece of that cylinder and converted it into stainless steel electrolysis system. That means that instead of it just rolling around, it'll have a positive, negative set of stainless steel placed through the whole entire system. And whenever the water's, cameraman, back down here with big hands, big black man. Thank you. Now, when the water turns in there, it creates electrolysis process also. Now, it's a guy that has an electrolysis process that they make hydrogen inside the tank, but when it get hot, it creates energy. It creates electric. So I'm going to try to work with them also and add that to that tank at the top. So while it's running around, when it heats up, it takes the heat that it's making and make electric with that, separates the hydrogen cells that it's doing, so it can go in that big tank you see in the middle with the 4 red tanks on the side. All that high pressure steam and gas flows into that tank. Now, that big tank has a secondary pipe too, but you can't see it. It's on the second design. And it also goes straight down and around that pinwheel. So when the tank, the middle tank gets too full, it can just keep processing and keep the pinwheel going. Alright? But the tank in the middle is, let's say it's like this. You get your water level, which is at the opening of those red boxes, and then the steam is all at the top, steam and hydrogen gas. That flows off the top and pumped into those little red containers at the very top, and an ignition switch will fire each tank. And it's like a carbon-based substance. It's not like all rubber, but it's a rubber carbon-based material. So when the containers explode, it just don't stay its size. It expands out like a real tough balloon, and when it pops, it goes poof, and then it into the red container, go back to its normal size, and all that pressure goes down and around, which powers your house generator. Now the thing is this: it's self-contained. This system I designed is designed to be self-contained. I mean, you plug this in your house, we put our basic, our exterior starter system on it. because we got this strong feeling that if we use the system and come to your house and install one of these in the future, and we plug it into the electric company power source to start it up, then the electric company will, this is legal, have the right to charge us for that power we use to start our device that's constantly running, that's making them lose customers. You hear me now? You bag out, cameraman. No, you got that, didn't you? Yeah. You got that one. Yeah. So that's what the device do. It is a home power source. It's like a power. They got some stuff like this already, but it's for major corporations though. They actually do the same. They have their own little power source sitting out in the middle of the grass, like Google. Google have these same, somewhat type of the same devices. Hey, cameraman, get back down. Get back down. Come on now. I know you're tired. I'm tired too. We got a couple more minutes to go. Probably got like 3 minutes left. Yeah, thank you. All right, now. Google has these type of free energy devices attached to their locations in a lot of Fortune 500 companies, so they can get rid of that power source bill. You know, let's imagine no gas, no electric bill, and all your juice comes from that machine sitting in the middle of your yard, and you too can have this, but you got to send me your money through the healthcare so I can go and build these things. It's just as simple as that. Send me your money. If I can do $2 million by the end of this year, that'd be great. I know I can get my think tank, you know, a group of men and women who specialize in helping do these type of things to put this particular device in starter motion. Okay. Now, tomorrow I will show you another green product that I designed called the Hydrogen Carpenter. You can Google it tonight and research it tomorrow, as we can talk about it tomorrow, because tomorrow's Friday, and I think that is the best day to talk about that HHO devices on Friday, because when you're driving, you see the gas prices going down, and then I will explain to you, my fellow American, why the gas prices are slowly creeping. All right. This particular device is for, the way we doing it is like this. You will buy it in 4 different parts just to keep the price down for you. We'll have you go order the pieces from the manufacturers without us having name or ownership of anything. Okay, you go buy the parts, and then you call our service guys who I will put in this particular group of men. It will be in every city or every state, and these guys will, when you order all your pieces and the service guy call you and say, yes, I'm so-and-so, your service technician, to come out and install your free energy device. Do you have all the pieces? Then you read off all the pieces that you have on your list to your technician. He say, okay, and then set another time and appointment up with you to come to your house to assemble the device. Now, it's going to be in 4 pieces. You're going to order all of your tubing from one company, all your hardware from one company, your generator from one company, and your exterior skeleton system from another company. That means the pieces that we put, the box, we put all the pieces in to make it work, will come from another company. So that way we don't have to have all that stuff in our warehouses, you know, and then, you know, you have to deal with us on that, because then we'll have ownership of the device and the hardware, and you'll just pay for maintenance. So we decided, hey, get back down. I know that sounds pretty good. Yep, just pay for maintenance. Just $25 a month. Plus your service charges of $25. So the average person, no matter who you are, will pay $50 to $75 a month for electric and heat. Convert your hot water tank to electric. Convert, that's it. Your heating system to electric, and you on your way to being a much happier American citizen. You hear that? You hear that? That's the alarm. That means my son got my telephone and he crept out the room with it, because he lost 2, not 1, but 2 $500 iPhones. Ooh, not good, is it, everybody? That alarm means it's time to cut off our Facebook ads. And you know Facebook will get you if you ain't paying attention. There. Facebook will get you. You see what happened Friday. Y'all watched me cut the ads off. Y'all watched me say it's time to cut the ads off. And when I cut them off, they let them ads run. From that time I cut them off, and you look and you see the price, it stopped at $14. That means it didn't even go 24 hours from the time I cut it off. That means they came back and cut it back on their own. Because it should have been 24 hours since the time I shut it off, when the time I shut it off again, but it stopped at 14. That means it didn't run for a whole day. And if they look at the video that I shot and explain to you and myself, you'll know that I am telling the truth. And I hate when they try to rip us off, man. I hate it. I hate it. All right. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial today. It's been a long day. I'm getting out the habit of saying getting out the habit of that. It's working. So you see how many times I actually said well then too. Cameraman, bag up, buddy. And I know you had a great day today. Today was even better than yesterday, cameraman. You did a great job. Don't forget, that top number is not working. They changed it 1-800 because they use it in other states. You know what I mean? So I guess it's the way the company is. This what they're doing to keep the number off the suspected spam call. So that's the number we're using. We're not using the other number. If you see the yard sign, you can still use the yard sign number. You still can use this number too. So don't feel strange about it. So this number still works. And if you would like to get a sign, call this number and participate in our hashtag program. That's when you put this sign in your front yard and then you hashtag it Greenway Save. And when we put your sign up on Facebook, we will bring you this big old giant $25 check. And we will take a picture of it with you. And we will hand you a what do they call that? I got it on. I keep on saying that they ain't gonna work. It's a gift card. It's a $25 gift card, and I'll hand you a $25 gift card. Ain't that something? Everybody should be happy with that. See? Community awareness. It's important. Community awareness. It's important that we all help out. Starting next month to let our elderly know where to call in order to get health care at a reasonable price. Once again, my name is Tyrone Austin. I'm signing off. Give us a call at Greenway. The numbers is up on that. And we like to thank you for your hour of time. And it's time for me to go and cook these kids dinner. If I don't, they must be on the All right? Look at him. I bet he'd be more than happy to put